thousands of people flock to the area to take in the total solar eclipse, rain or shine. Many of those choosing Rosecrans Memorial Airport as their destination.
People keep asking me, what are you going to talk about now?
We're going to keep talking about it.
We're going to tell you what happened. Well, that's where we find our morning editions, Alex Flippin and Molly Bernard. They have had a long day so far. You know, they start at, about 10 in the morning, so, you know, they've had a long day. Let's see what's going on out in Rosecrans. Hi, guys.
Well, thanks, Bob and Megan. Yeah, well, things here across the area definitely significantly tamer than they were here just a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, and we do want to point out we come in at 3 in the morning, not 10 in the morning, but long day, you know. It was still an amazing event. We had an amazing time, and everybody we talked to here at Rosecrans had an amazing time, even if Mother Nature didn't exactly do as we had hoped.
To think it starts in the middle of the Pacific, goes all the way across the states and into the Atlantic, you know, that's great. I don't know how you arranged it.
Cole Mayberry traveled all the way from Australia to take in Monday's eclipse, even giving the United States credit for the big event.
And whether it lived up to expectations or fell a bit short, it was being part of such an amazing and rare occurrence that made the experience memorable.
The randomness all over the world, and a lot of them start in and finish over water, so when it happens in a place like the States, it's fantastic.
Paul Ellingwood made the trek from Massachusetts to take in the eclipse. It would be his second total eclipse, but not his last.
He says the buildup is always the best part. The trip home, not so much.
It's kind of really bizarre. It's like you've just had a really fun party and everybody's sort of leaving. So the end of the party is kind of depressing, but a lot of people end up talking about it for a long time thereafter, so you kind of hold on to it for a while.
And talk about it, they did.
Well, we got a few seconds of each phase, which was pretty nice. You know, I mean, about 3 seconds of totality, and out of 2.5 minutes that we were expecting. So it was worth it. Those 3 seconds are worth way more than not having any seconds.
We heard all of this yelling and screaming coming from one area, and so we actually ran towards that area, kind of a silly idea, but we saw the clouds part just, you know, while it was totality.
Weather aside, the event made its mark on the visitors to St. Joseph, each taking home the story of a lifetime and some planning for the next one.
Pretty fantastic. It's pretty special.
We're thinking about the one in 2024. That might be a good time to go.
Now, we want to point out that we're not thinking about the eclipse of 2024 yet. In fact, we want to think about anything but eclipse for a while. You think about this, we've prepared for this for months. The people here who came to visit St. Joseph to see this, they've been preparing for this for months, all for 2.5 minutes of totality. We got seconds of it.
Seconds of totality, but it was kind of perfect. The clouds split apart just in time for us to see the corona. It was a pretty cool experience. Then the clouds built back in, but the entire time, every time there was just a little break in the clouds, you could hear a roar from the clouds, from the crowds, which is a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, a roar from the clouds would have been terrifying.
That's thunder.
But to say that we had a good time out here today would be an understatement. I think that is true of everyone here. Yes, it wasn't exactly what everybody wanted, but those few seconds, like the guy said in our interview, in our story there, were just amazing. It's an experience that I will never forget, and it's an experience people got to have here in St. Joseph that I think that they will remember for a lifetime. Bob, Megan?